What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary here to recap minicamp day number 2. I am pumped up to fill you in on what happened today at minicamp. We have some quotes from Tanner Engstrand, Breece Hall, and a lot of fun stuff to talk about today. So let's hop into it. It's been the Garrett Wilson show at minicamp, and a lot of high praise for Garrett Wilson. Connor Hughes, who covers the Jets for SNY, said Garrett Wilson looks as good as I can remember him looking. Has had a great summer, used in much more creative ways with Tanner Engstrand, similar to Mike LaFleur, not boxed into one position. Clearly a guy they want to get the ball and will find ways to do. Smart. Does that not get you pumped up? I understand it's June. I understand it's mini camp, but this is something we know Garrett Wilson's good. It's not projection. Garrett Wilson has been very good since coming to the New York Jets. And I just like seeing someone who the Jets spend a top 10 pick on come into the league, play really, really good football, and get rewarded for it. And I think I've said it a ton on this channel. I think Garrett Wilson deserves a contract extension. I think he's in for a really big year. I get it. Justin Fields isn't, this prolific passer that's going to throw for 5,000 yards. And, I don't think Garrett Wilson's going for 1,700 yards and 20 touchdowns this year. But I think we don't see a guy hanging around 1,100 yards. I think we're talking about someone who's closer to 1,300 receiving yards and close to double-digit touchdowns. I think they're going to really get him involved a lot. And today's video is going to have a lot of focus on Tanner Engstrand. And I like the hire. Go back and watch those videos. I was very optimistic about Tanner Engstrand. And one of the things that I'm doing is I'm buying the Engstrand stock. I get it. He has a lot to prove, and we got to see it on the field. But his mindset, number one, and how he speaks on what the plan is, gives me a level of comfortability that I didn't really have with either Mike LaFleur or especially not with the Jets offensive coordinators from the last couple of years. Todd Downing didn't really do it for me. Obviously, Nathaniel Hackett didn't do it either. Tanner Engstrand has a plan. He's getting him involved. Early, easy completions. Get him out in space. This is what you like to see. Our sponsor today is House of Atlas, a brand new razor company that just hit the market. They actually gave me one of their new razors to try out, and I love it. It's kind of, honestly, a little bit of a Jets green here, a hunter green, a little bit of a darker one, but I love it. It's the nicest razor that I think I've owned, but more importantly, it shaves my face really good. I like to rock a little bit of scruff, but when I'm cleaning up the neck or trimming up the lines a little bit, I'm using my Atlas razor, and it has the 5 high-quality blades and high-performance serum strip. It's really a comfortable shave. Plus, they gave me their shave cream and aftershave to try out. I used them the other day, and the fiance really liked the smell, so that's a win. I absolutely love it, and it's great when someone notices when you try something new. And plus, for a limited time, they're now offering 20% off site-wide plus free shipping at houseofatlas.com. Just use my code O'Leary at houseofatlas.com, promo code O'Leary for 20% off everything. Stop wasting money and time on shaving products that don't look good, aren't effective, and cost way too much. We saw Garrett Wilson reel in a 50-plus yard bomb, which set up a touchdown from Justin Fields to Josh Reynolds, who I'm predicting to be the wide receiver 2 on this team. Justin Fields had 6 completions today. He went 6 of 10, and 3 of those went to Garrett Wilson. So nearly half of the completions that Justin Fields had was going to Garrett Wilson. Clearly, he's going to be very involved in the offense. Speaking of the guys that I've been mentioning, Tanner Engstrand, Jets offensive coordinator, had this to say on Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, and Garrett is he's continuing to improve every single day and learn the way that we want to run the routes all the time without taking his creativity away. Just him learning when he needs to be in certain places at certain times, because that's where the quarterback expects him to be. But yeah, he's making some catches now. He had one the other day. He had one last week. Clearly an elite athlete, and we're looking forward to him continuing to get a hold and a grasp of this offense and take it to the next level.
He loves the athleticism. He thinks he's a great player. I do too, clearly. I'm excited to see Garrett Wilson back out on the football field, man. He's a good one. How about Justin Fields? We have some comments that I wanted to get to. I have a defense note from today that I'll get to in the back half of the show. Wanted to start with the offense. We talked Garrett Wilson, Tanner Engstrand. How about Justin Fields on Breece Hall's pass catching ability?
Yeah, Breece is a ball player for sure. Of course, everybody knows he can run, but what kind of surprised me is his natural hands when I first, started throwing with him. I mean, he has natural hands, kind of like a receiver, and he's really just all around back. So, definitely glad to have him on my team for sure.
Oh, another one. Just remember, not that long ago, the Jets had an offensive coordinator that took 8-9 weeks into the season to figure out Breece Hall could catch the football. Well, the quarterback is going, man, everything I throw to this guy, he's catching the football. Yes, here, my message to the Jets this year on offense, throw the ball to Breece. Breece should likely be number 2 in receptions on this team this year. We're talking 80-plus receptions for Breece Hall. That's got to be the plan, and not just all checkdowns. Use him as a pass catcher. I did the video last week during OTAs on a throw that Justin Fields made to Breece Hall that was about 15, 20 yards down the field. We saw what Breece Hall did against Tennessee last year, lined up out wide. Get creative. I want to see Tanner Engstrand be much more creative on offense and get the Jets out of that boring early 2000s football that they were playing the last 2 years with Nathaniel Hackett. It doesn't stop there. Breece on Tanner Engstrand. This one you'll like too.
I know Tanner loves to run the ball. So for me, just getting ready for that. But he also knows how I can be effective in the pass game. And, him and AG always tell me, like, Breece, you're gonna do everything. So for me, it's getting ready just to do everything. It's like this. It's not such a different approach to being in one offense or the other offense. For me, I have to be ready to, be a 3-down back and be a threat to do everything. So I feel like it's not really a different approach I have to take.
Clearly, they're telling Breece that he's going to be a big part of the passing game, as he should. I am buying the Breece Hall stock. I'm buying the Tanner Engstrand stock. I know, some people are down on Breece Hall after the year that he had. It was mildly disappointing. He didn't put up the numbers that we were really expecting him to. I think we see a nice season from Breece Hall, and I think he's back with the Jets next year. Hall also said that Aaron Glenn called him and told him that the Jets didn't want to trade him and they wanted him here. I like that, and clearly that's a good message to Breece Hall, but I think Hall understands, like, there's 2 other really good backs on this team. He's got to earn the reps and come out there and show what he can do, and so far, I think during minicamp and OTAs, he's been doing that. On the defensive side of the ball, according to reports, Will McDonald was picking on Armand Membu a little bit today, beat him a couple of times, once inside, once outside. That's going to happen for a young guy. I'm not concerned about Armand Membu with rookie tackles. It takes a little bit from step 1 in OTAs to minicamp to training camp to the regular season. We saw that kind of progression from Olu Fashanu last year. He ends up coming in, and he's really good at left tackle. I think we're going to see something similar with Armand Membu. He's already showed it off in the run game. I think, he probably has a little bit ways to go as a pass blocker. But to me, this is more about Will McDonald, who added a few pounds of weight. But it's not really impacting his athleticism. And I'm talking about, if the theme of this episode is whose stock are we buying, I'm buying Will McDonald stock. He's coming off of a 10-sack season or a double-digit sack season with the New York Jets. I think he improves on that. I've seen some lofty expectations. I know a good buddy of the program, Richie from Jets Media, had a tweet saying, I think he's going to have 15 sacks. I hope he does. I'm thinking like 12, but 12 plus sacks from a guy on the Jets, you don't see that very often. But I think Will McDonald's going to be a better all-around player than what he was a year ago, and I'm excited to see it. That'll do it for me in this one, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, I'm Matt O'Leary. Subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you next time.